I mean, early we weren't as good as we needed to be, but as the scrimmage went on, we got better and better.
Where have you seen Brandon Cox make his most strides from the spring till now?
Just understanding the offense, knowing where to go with the football, reading the thing in the running game on option, and he's a very good athlete. The biggest thing with Brian right now, he's just got to become more accurate, which he will. I mean, he's young, and to me, it's just about him. Feet being set, stepping the right way, all those things that you need to teach. We need to get better. Well, we need to continue to improve all the time, and it's about practice. And 6 days is a hard day. I mean, 6 practices in a row, and then we got another one this afternoon. So if we can come back this afternoon, we're only in helmets and have the same tempo. It doesn't make any difference what gear you're in, but same tempo all the time, and that's what we got to try to accomplish.
You get a variety of backs, guys that do a lot of different things for you. Do you like that?
I like it because if you go high tempo, you can put them in and out. And we did that in a couple series. Carl was in there, then Kelvin came in, and that's an easy substitution when you're going fast, because it's easier for those guys to go in and out. A lot easier than the defense bringing people in and out.
Are you pleased with how Carl did when you were going on that super high tempo offense?
Without a question, he broke a lot of tackles. I thought he was tackling, and I kept seeing a big pile going on down the field. So, I mean, it was, and those guys knew they didn't practice very well yesterday or do what we wanted to do, and so they were out to prove a point, but they got to prove a point every day. We need to make more plays, without a question. Our passing game is set up, and when guys are wide open and you drop the ball, we had 3 of those today. Could have been touchdown. We've got to make plays in the passing game when we have the opportunity. And we're not doing that as much as we need to. We will, but that's kind of where it's at right now. But we'll get better with that. Well, I think fatigue's an issue. I think practicing, from what I understand, how we practice now and how we practiced before, we run way more plays in practice. Like when we go regular team, and if we have 8 scripted, and the time that we run 16 is about what we ran 8 a year ago. So we're running a lot more plays on offense, and of course then on defense too. So and that's good. That's what we want to do. We want to get to the point. We'll get ready for the first game, but we're not fatigued when we run that kind of tempo. That's what it's all about. And it's good for us defensively because they're going to see it. I'm going to see it against Utah State. BYU runs it. I mean, everybody's doing it now, so it's becoming basketball. Be in shape. And we're toying it. And we're toying a little bit at taking Troy McCormick and moving him into the slot. And doing some different things with him because he's so fast and he can catch. He's got great hands. So we've talked about that, and we may end up doing that.
With Troy, is that more of we just got to get that kid on the field somehow?
Yeah. Get him on the field and just because he can catch it and he's fast. We need to get him in space. And you can be a freshman at 170 pounds if you can get in space and run. And so that's what we got to do with him right now.
Is the quarterback play where you would like to see it at this stage of practice?
I don't know that it's ever where you want it to see, but it's good. It meets our expectations. And you make bad throws. Playing that position is not easy, but I like where we're at.
Did any players stand out this morning?
Well, I thought that Carl Williams ran the ball pretty good, and I thought our quarterbacks played pretty good. I thought our tight ends made some plays. York, I thought Kelvin ran the ball. Those 2 guys in particular inside, which really helps. And then obviously it's hard for me to tell, but if you move the ball like that, obviously your offensive line's blocking pretty good. But I like what our tight ends did. They're catching the ball on the flat. They're doing some different things, and we're using a lot of them.
Moving forward into week 2, what do you want to focus on and improve most?
We got to sit down today, tomorrow, and look at what we're doing offensively. What do we need to work on? There's not a lot of things that we'll put on, that they'll add. There are some, but not a lot of them. But there's some things we got to look at. What do we got get better at? What do we want to do in the passing game to make it better? So we just kind of evaluate, and then when we go into Monday, we'll add a few things, but we'll just keep practicing the same thing.
The offensive line has been looking a little bit sluggish so far in camp. Actually yesterday is the only time they really looked sluggish. They were real sluggish yesterday, and sometimes you get sluggish because of the 5th practice, but it's they're in pretty good shape. I mean, those are the guys when you run a fast tempo offense. they don't substitute. So they're out there all the time, and you can kind of see it defensively when you get the tempo going. You know, the defense is kind of dragging along, and it's usually the defensive lineman, a little heavier.